ladies. I wanted to come on here and introduce myself. I am a creativity coach and just kind of talk to you a little bit about creativity in general. Now, before you switch, I'm not directing this for the musician or the artist or the writer. Really, creativity applies to everybody. So if you are a woman who feels unfulfilled in life, if you feel like you are still looking for your purpose, maybe you are in your dream job and you're still not happy, and you should be happy because it's everything you wanted, but you're not, and you feel like you're missing something, or maybe you just feel like you're not excelling in your career at all and you need a jump start, then you're going to want to listen in. Now, this is not a sales pitch. I am a creative coach that helps women entrepreneurs, but I'm very passionate about creativity for a few reasons. Now, just to kind of bring us all down to earth, we are all at the same level of gravity here, getting pulled into the ground. We're all human. So I want to just go over some statements that I have felt in my life, and I'm sure you have felt. Maybe all, maybe some, maybe none, to just kind of show you that you're not alone. I have doubts. I am scared of what is coming in the future. I get anxious when I don't know. So having no idea what's going to come in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years is just so incredibly nerve-wracking to me. I care what people think. I'm terrified of making mistakes for the fear of looking stupid and for just the fear of being judged. And although I know mistakes are very necessary, it's one of those fears. I suffer from feeling emotions very hard. When someone is sad, when a room is tense, I want to fix it. I hate that feeling of tension in a room, that awkward feeling that someone's upset. I don't like that. I'm a fixer. I'm very sensitive to people's emotions. When I was in school, I felt like I was behind. I studied really hard and I was a good kid. I was a good kid that always listened in the back of the class, but I could never ace a test and I could never get in with the in-group. And I just felt like there was something different in me. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I just felt different. And I just kept telling myself, why can't I be like them? Why can't I do this and get these grades and do that? And I just kept always comparing myself to them. And I think one of the big well, there's two problems with that, but one of the biggest problems was because I am a multi-passionate person. Meaning, and I know that's kind of a buzzword right now, but I don't just like to do one thing and stick with it. I like a bunch of things. When someone asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I wanted to be a veterinarian, an interior designer, and a musician. And they always said I had to pick one, and I was never okay with that. I didn't want to pick one. Moving on into college, I chose my music major right away, but I always found myself wanting to do graphic design and wanting to do marketing, and I just couldn't narrow it down, and it became really frustrating, almost to the point where, to the point where I knew something was wrong with me because society is telling me I have to pick one thing. And after graduating college, I got into my dream job. Business suits every day, high heels, managing a large team within a marketing corporate company. Literally everything I wanted. I had the job, I had the pay, I had the staff, I had the house and the dog and the guy. And by the looks of it on paper, everything was checked off. But I was not happy. I was not fulfilled. There was something missing, and I was bored because I just picked one thing to do. I couldn't use my full mental capacity to perform my job. It was just sectioned off to this one little thing. And so when I got home from work and I started painting, and I got home, and I started doing other things like gardening, and I woke up in the morning and I started journaling, and I realized that there's a sense of wonder in exploring something new, and I am not a great prodigy musician. I'm not a great painter, but I enjoy it. And now that's one side of creativity. But creativity is so much more than that, and I was still lacking that in my job. Creativity is defined as an idea that has value to someone else. So creativity isn't just for the musician, it is for, you know, the entrepreneur, the scientist, the person in finance. We have to have creativity in order to be able to evolve as a human race. That's how we change. So the second problem that I was facing in school and throughout graduating college and into my career is that our society and education system is built on getting the right answer. So, taking you back all the way to kindergarten, you were probably asked 2 + 2 = 4, right? You had to fill in the answer 4. However, and that's how all of our school problems were structured. But if it was just asked in a different way, it would have helped us really hone in on that creativity skill. If it was asked X + X, what + what = 4? Maybe not as a kindergartner, but you could have developed a lot more answers. Negative numbers, decimals, whole positive numbers. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities to get the number 4 now. But we had to choose the right answer or we got it wrong. And as a person looking over at our current education system now, I think we're not setting our future generation up for success, up for creative thinking. We're not allowing them to think of many possible outcomes, because isn't that how life works? Life isn't black and white, right? There's not usually a right or wrong answer in life. There's a lot of different ways to approach a situation and to say something to someone and to do a task. There's so many different ways. And so when we're not taught to think of all of the different possible outcomes, we're not using that creativity muscle. And that leads to a lot of people saying, nah, I'm not creative, or assuming creative is just for the artsy musician, writer, painter person. And that's just not the case. We are all creative. Only about 30% of your creativity is genetic. The other 70% is learned based off of your behaviors, your life experiences, the people you associate yourself with. So think about that. You are perfectly capable to be creative. You just have to unlock it. So I'm so sorry if you heard my dog in the background. He was very loud snoring right now. So my mission in life is to help women unlock that creativity, because not only is it going to allow them to excel further in life, personal life, their career, whatever, it's going to make them feel more fulfilled, more passionate, with a purpose. When you can start thinking of different ideas and innovating and bringing value to someone else, that's going to change your life. Now, there's a lot of ideas that you need to have before you have the one. If you look at any famous painter or musician, just for an example, even you know, the top billionaires in tech industries, they have hundreds and thousands of bad ideas before they get that one idea. So this sense of having to pick the right answer or the right thing right away is just not realistic. Picasso painted thousands of pictures that you've never even seen. You've only seen his best, most valued work because it took that many times to get it right. The smartest people are constantly thinking of bad ideas to refine their best idea. So that is my job as a creativity coach. It's to help you sort through your limiting beliefs, what's holding you back, your fears, asking you questions that you either don't know or you don't want to ask yourself, and really exploring that potential that you have in there that's just not unlocked yet. So I hope this gave you a new sense of wonder. When I started learning about creativity and all there was surrounding it, and the thousands of studies out there on creativity in the brain, it fascinated me, because we can change the world one creative woman at a time. So if you are interested, or you just want to geek out with me a little bit, send me a direct message. I am offering a few free coaching sessions if you are just curious to see what that is like. I never charge for my first one just because the coach and the client have to click, otherwise it's just not going to work at all. So if you're curious, no pressure, feel free to send me a direct message. However, stay tuned, because we'll be talking about creativity more and more throughout every video I post on here. Thanks everyone, have a great day.